revved up my bike, the engine roaring loud. I picked you up and we left behind the crowd. No fancy lights, just the moon so bright, heading where the river meets the night. We laughed and spun in that open field. Every step was a story revealed. Dancing by the river under stars so high, feet in the water, your hand in mine, laid out on the grass, just you and me, whispering dreams of what's yet to be. That night felt like forever, wild and free. Dancing by the river, just you and me. The fireflies lit up the summer air. You rested your head, I brushed your hair. We traced our futures in the constellations, made promises beyond all expectations. No need for words, just the river's song. With you right here is where I belong. Dancing by the river under stars so high, feet in the water, your hand in mine, laid out on the grass, just you and me, whispering dreams of what's yet to be. That night felt like forever, wild and free. Dancing by the river, just you and me. One day we'll look back on that night when the world was young and the stars so bright, and every dream we dared to say still holds our hearts in a gentle sway. Dancing by the river under stars so high, feet in the water, your hand in mine, laid out on the grass, just you and me, whispering dreams of what's yet to be. That night felt like forever, wild and free. Dancing by the river, just you and me. Rolled in with the sunrise light, dust on his boots, jeans torn just right. Just a new hand on her daddy's land, but the way he smiled made her heart expand. She passed him tea on the porch at noon, pretending not to swoon. But when the sun dipped low behind the trees, they'd meet where no one else could see. It was a cornfield crush, hush, hush and wild, two hearts racing like runaway miles, barefoot steps through rows knee-high, laughing low under that southern sky. Hands tangled up in summer dust, falling hard with nothing but trust. No fancy words, just sweet young blush. Yeah, they had a cornfield crush. She tied her hair with a piece of twine, he'd sneak a wink when they walked the line, running tractors and mending fence, still counting minutes till it all made sense. The chores got done, but not too fast. They knew how to make a moment last. Where the air was thick and fireflies played, they made a world from rows of jade. It was a cornfield crush, hush, hush and wild, two hearts racing like runaway miles, barefoot steps steps through rows knee-high, laughing low under that southern sky. Hands tangled up in summer dust, falling hard with nothing but trust. No fancy words, just sweet young blush. Yeah, they had a cornfield crush. Now that corn's long since been cut, but that field still holds their love. And every July when the breeze rolls in, she smiles like she's back there again. That cornfield crush, it never died, still burns like a sunset ride. From barefoot laughs to wedding vows, they built a life from sacred plows. Hands still tangled, heart still flush, all from that sweet cornfield crush. I saw you first by the old school gate, wearing that smile I still can't shake. We passed notes and math, talked dreams at lunch, hearts racing fast with every little touch. You wore your hair up on Fridays bright, we'd skip last period, chase the light. With dirt on our shoes and stars in our eyes, we carved forever in that oak nearby. And back when we were 17, living slow and dreaming big, love was simple, hearts were clean, like a country song on a front porch swing. Didn't know what time would mean, but we had the world back when we were 17. Night kiss under fairy lights, dancing barefoot in the cool spring night. He said someday we'll both grow old, but some stories fade before they're told. Now I drive past that old high school, the locker's gone but the memories rule. I still hear your laugh in the marching band, still feel your fingers brush my hand. Back when we were 17, before life got in the way, we believed in everything and forever in love. And yesterday, I still hold on to that dream of you and me, back when we were 17. Living slow and dreaming big, love was simple, hearts were clean, like a country song on a front porch swing. Didn't know what time would mean, but we had the world back when we were 17. Had a map drawn in my mind with stars to guide and hills to climb. Left that small town in a beat-up Ford, chasing something I couldn't afford. Found a few highs and took a few falls. I heard no answers when I gave it my all. Letters home I never sent, and nights alone with rent half spent. There's dust on my dreams, but they're still mine. Worn and weathered, but they still shine. Like old boots left by the back door light, scuffed by hope and the edge of night. They may be quiet, but they still sing. There's just a little dust on my dreams. You said come home when you're tired, son, but I kept running from what I'd become. Now I'm back here with empty hands, but a heart that finally understands. Dreams don't break, they just bend with time, waiting like thunder for the right line. And maybe tomorrow they'll rise again on the wings of a soft southern wind. There's dust on my dreams, but they ain't gone. They've been out there trying to carry on, like a porch light in a heavy rain, flickering faith through the hurt and strain. They're beat up truths, but they still mean everything. Even with dust on my dreams. Yeah, little dust won't bury me. There's still life left in these dreams. Danced beneath the high school lights in a borrowed suit, she held me tight. I sang to her with dreams in mind, of big town stages and neon signs. She talked of healing broken bones, of white coats and a world unknown. But life don't always go as planned, sometimes it pulls apart young hands.
I left for Nashville, suitcase in tow. She watched me fade like a shadow. I thought she chose to stay behind. No call, not even goodbye. But what I didn't know back then, she stayed for her mama until the end. And every Sunday she would ride, but never mailed a word that night.
87 letters she never sent, folded with love soaked in regret. Each one told the truth she couldn't speak, of how she prayed and cried for me. She let me go so I could fly, though it broke her heart not to try. Sealed with tears and silent goodbyes, 87 letters lost in time. Years had passed, I'd come back home to play one night at the fairground dome. And she was there in a wheelchair seat, still smiling soft, still bittersweet. She handed me a weathered box with ribbon tied and tear-stained thoughts. Said these were yours, but I never could
would you believe that I didn't want you next to me? But love sometimes means letting someone go, even when it breaks your soul, even when your hands still ache to hold what your heart already knows. It's not about what we could have been, it's embracing what never ends. So I stood still and watched you grow, 'cause love sometimes means letting you go. I wrote you letters I never sent, folded in tears filled with what I meant, each one a piece of what we lost. But love like ours comes with a cost. You called my name in every song, and I sang with you from far along. Two hearts beating out of time, still tangled in the same old line. Yeah, love sometimes means letting someone go, even when it hurts below the bone, even when you're dreaming all alone of a life you'll never know. It's not about the could-have beens, it's the grace in what never ends. So I stayed back, didn't let it show, that love sometimes means letting you go.
And if you ever wonder why I didn't chase or say goodbye, just know I loved you deep enough to let you chase the stars above.
Love sometimes means letting someone go, even if it wrecks your soul, even if forever feels so close, but not the road we chose. I'd do it all again, you see, to set your spirit wild and free. That's the kind of love I'll always know, the kind that means letting you go. Folded with love soaked in regret, each one told the truth she couldn't speak, of how she prayed and cried for me. She let me go so I could shine, though it shattered her from time to time. Sealed with dreams and sacrifice, 87 letters, love's silent cry. I read them all that sleepless night, by motel lamp and TV light. Each word a heartbeat she once hid, each line a life we never did. 87 letters still in my case, I take them with me place to place. They tell a story few will know, of love that bloomed and let me go.
Saw her laugh by the lemonade stand, sunlight dancing on her tanned hand. Hair in braids, boots in the dust, he felt his heart beat more than just a crush. He kicked the dirt and tried to speak, but his voice got caught somewhere deep. So he just smiled, tipped his cap, and thought someday I'll be more than that. It's the first time falling, the first time slow, the kind of feeling you don't yet know, when your hands shake and your voice is small, but you'd give her your whole world after all. It ain't about diamonds, flowers, or songs, it's just knowing where your heart belongs. Yeah, this young boy's heart has just begun. The first time falling, and she's the one. He walks her home by the picket gate, kicks a rock while she talks about fate. She turns to him with a soft-eyed grin and says, maybe this is
where love begins. It's the first time falling, the first time slow, the kind of feeling you don't yet know. When your hands shake and your voice is small, but you'd give her your whole world after all. It ain't about diamonds, flowers, or songs, it's just knowing where your heart belongs. Yeah, this young boy's heart has just begun. The first time falling, and she's the one. Years from now he might recall that summer light, that county fair call. But even if they drift apart, she'll always be the start of his heart. It was the first time falling, the first time real, the kind of love that you always feel. Even when time moves far and fast, you never forget your first love's laugh. It wasn't perfect, but it sure was true, and it all began with a smile or two. Yeah, this young boy's love was just begun. The first time falling, and she was the one.
Daddy built that fence when I was 5, white post line where the pasture thrives. He said, boy, some lines are meant to stay, to keep you safe and show the way. But I'd lean on that gate most every night, dreaming of roads that ran out of sight, wondering why I'd get to see where the fence ended and the world ran free. Fences and freedoms, rails and wings, holding me back, teaching me things. Some doors you close, some you climb through, some rules shape you, some you outgrew. It's a fine line we walk, all dirt and truth, between fences and freedoms and growing up you. Mama said hearts are fences too, not everyone gets to walk on through. Trust is earned, not always owed, and some love can't take a heavy load. I broke a few lines in my younger days, chased some dreams that lost their blaze. But I've learned which walls hold worth and weight, and which ones only block the gate. Fences and freedoms, rails and wings, holding me back, teaching me things. Some doors you close, some you climb through, some rules shape you, some you outgrew. It's a fine line we walk, all dirt and truth, between fences and freedoms and growing up you. Old land, hammer and wire in my word hands, trying to teach them what I came to see, that love builds fences, but it also sets free. Fences and freedoms both belong, they guide your heart, they make you strong. Some days you stay, some days you roam, but both can lead your soul back home. It's a lifelong lesson from muddy boots, the dance of fences and freedoms and honest roots.
old screen door creaked one last time. You stood there in the porch light shine, a backpack full and boots untied, trying not to show you cried. You said the city's calling your name, but part of you would always stay. You were leaving with the lightning bug, soft and slow like summer dust, caught in a jar of dreams so wide, glowing bright then saying goodbye. I watched you fade into the dusk, chasing more than just the dust, but in my heart it always tugs. You left with the lightning bug. We danced barefoot in the hay, sipping sweet tea, wasting days. You told me I was your first home, but sometimes love still has to roam. The fireflies lit up your face as you whispered, I'll miss this place. You were leaving with the lightning bug, soft and slow like summer dust, caught in a jar of dreams so wide, glowing bright then saying goodbye. I watched you fade into the dust, chasing more than just the dust, but in my heart it always tugs. You left with the lightning bug. Maybe someday you'll drive back down, find your way to this little town where I still sit and watch the fields and hope the glow is something real. You were leaving with the lightning bug, soft and slow like summer dust, caught in a jar of dreams so wide, glowing bright then saying goodbye. I watched you fade into the dust, chasing more than just the dust, but in my heart it always tugs. You left with the lightning bug.
White dress flowing a summer breeze, your hand in mine feels like a dream. The sun is setting, the sky's on fire, two hearts becoming one desire. We've walked through storms, we found our way, and here we stand on this blessed day. With every vow, with every smile, I'll love you forever, mile after mile. Forever starts today, right here in your arms. With every breath I take, I'm wrapped up in your charm. Through the highs and lows, come whatever may, I promise you, darling, forever starts today. Laughter soft, the music plays, our friends and family join the praise. Underneath the stars, I see your face, and know this love can't be replaced. Forever starts today, right here in your arms. With every breath I take, I'm wrapped up in your charm. Through the highs and lows, come whatever may, I promise you, darling, forever starts today. forever starts today. Right here in your arms, with every breath I take, I'm wrapped up in your charm. Through the highs and lows, come whatever may, I promise you, darling, forever starts today.
Sat down on your old porch swing with tired eyes and a wedding ring. Baby's crying and I'm feeling lost, trying to be a man no matter the cost. You held your coffee like you always do, with that quiet strength I've seen in you. I said, Dad, I'm trying, but I don't understand how you made it all look so easy, man. Teach me, Dad, how to stand so tall when the weight of the world starts to make me crawl. How to love her right, how to raise a son, how to know when to hold on and when to run. I've got a heart full of fear and a house full of cries. Can you show me how to be that kind of guy? You always had a calm I never had. Teach me, Dad. He smiled slow and said, I messed up too, but love ain't perfect, it pulls you through. You learn each day, you bend not break, and you give more than you ever take. It's not about knowing every plan, it's about showing up and holding her hand. You'll fall, you'll rise, you'll fight, you'll pray, just promise you'll never walk away. Teach me, Dad, how to stand so tall when the weight of the world starts to make me crawl. How to love her right, how to raise a son, how to know when to hold on and when to run. I'm learning fast but still feel so bad. Can you walk me through like you always have? You're the only map I've ever had. Teach me, Dad. Said, son, you're already on your way. Just to love them deep and show up each day. In that moment I understood the man I had, the one who taught me how to be a dad.
She wakes before the sunrise, no time for her own. Coffee in her hand, but the warmth's long gone. With tired eyes she smiles, holds the world in her arms. No one sees the weight she bears so calm. Patching up jeans, packing lunch at the sink, kiss and scrape knees before we can blink. Through every tear, every fall, every start, she's always been there with a mother's heart. A mother's heart is made of fire and grace. It never gives up, it always finds a way. She hides her pain so we can chase
chase our dreams. She's the quiet strength behind everything. Storms may come and the world may fall apart, but nothing's stronger than a mother's heart. She prays in silence late into the night, holding hope when the world ain't right. And when we break, she stands unshaken. Every I'm fine hides a soul that's aching. Now I'm older and I finally see how much of her still lives in me. And when life gets hard, I hear her voice. Stand tall, my child, you always have a choice. A mother's heart never walks away. She loves through loss, through doubt, through rain. She's the light when our roads go dark, unbreakable, beautiful. A mother's heart.
Where the corn kissed the sky, golden rows stretching wide and high, barefoot steps and morning dew. That old red barn held dreams we drew. Daddy's hands and mama's smile, Sunday prayers and working miles. The land raised more than grain and yields. It shaped my soul out in those fields. Fields where time stood still, where I learned to bend, not break my will. Where I found my voice and laid down pride. Where my first love held my hand at night. More than dirt beneath my heels, I found my heart out in those fields. We carved our names on that old oak tree, promised love till eternity. She left town when the winds got cold, but the field still kept her story told. Now my boy runs through the same tall grass. I see my past in the way he laughs. I whisper thanks for what life yields, every joy and tear out in these fields. Fields where time stood still, where I learned to bend, not break my will. Where I faced the world and came back home. Where my roots run deep, where I belong. More than work and rusted wheels, it's who I am out in these fields. Seasons change and I've grown old, but I still walk where the story's told. With every breeze I feel God near, and every sunset draws her near. And fields where time stood still, where I made my peace and found God's will. Where the past still breathes and the future waits, where love still lives beyond the gates. More than land, more than yields, it's love and life out in these fields. Sunlight breaks the morning haze, painting gold across the day.
Whisper soft and warm and light, chasing shadows from the night. Fields of green and endless blue hold the dreams I share with you. Hand in hand we walk this road, hearts in sync, our story told. Underneath this golden sky, find the truth inside your eyes. Every moment feels so right, with you here, love shining bright. Even when the storms arrive and the world feels less alive, I see colors in the rain, a promise of sun again. Through the valleys, over hills, love remains and always will. Like the dawn that breaks the night, you're my ever-burning light. Underneath this golden sky, find the truth inside your eyes. Every moment feels so right, with you here, love shining bright. If the clouds should hide the sun, know our journey's just begun. We'll hold on, come what may, till the dark gives way to day. Years may pass and seasons change, but my heart will stay the same. Through the laughter and the cries, I love you neath these golden skies. Underneath this golden sky, with you is where my dreams will lie. Forevermore, come rain or shine, our hearts will dance in perfect time.
Candles flare, the plates are set. Mama's cooking, but it don't feel right yet. One less laugh around the firelight glow, an empty chair where you used to know. The stories start, but your voice is gone. Like a song that's lost its melody song. We hold the silence and try to pray, but it's hard when you're miles away. There's an empty chair at Mama's table, where your smile used to be so able. Your laughter filled up every space. Now we just reach for your missing place. Through the years, through the pain and the pain, that empty chair calls your name. The old clock ticks, the night moves slow. We pass the dishes, but you don't show. Photos fading on the mantel shelf remind me you're a part of ourselves. We raise a glass to the days we shared, to love and loss and how much we care. Though you're gone, you're still at the heart, forever part of every start. There's an empty chair at Mama's table, where your smile used to be so able. Your laughter filled up every space. Now we just reach for your missing place. Through the years, through the pain and the pain, that empty chair calls your name. Maybe one day we'll meet again, where love's the tie that never ends. Until then we hold you near, in every meal and every tear.
There's an empty chair at Mama's table, but your love remains so stable. In every meal, in every prayer, you're with us always, everywhere. Through the years, through joy and pain, that empty chair calls your name.
I sat in the back row of second period math, teacher talking about fractions, I just let it pass. My pencil had a mind of its own that day, sketching hearts in cursive, drifting away. Her name danced in the margins of my page like a melody humming I couldn't cage. Didn't care about X or Y, just the color of her eyes. Her name on my notebook, stars all around, doodles of dreams I'd never spell out loud. Didn't know her favorite song, not yet, but I knew she was someone I'd never forget. And when she smiled and passed a note back to me, said, I saw what you wrote, maybe after 3. That's how a hallway romance took its first look, all starting with her name on my notebook. Meet by the lockers, acting all cool, like we weren't writing poems under desk rules. She smelled like summer and bubblegum sweet, and I swore her laugh had its own heartbeat. Notes in the folds of a wrinkled sleeve, you look cute today, don't you leave. She'd write me lyrics, I'd write her lines, now those scribbles are frozen in time. Her name on my notebook, hearts drawn in red, secrets we kept and pages we read. Didn't know what love was supposed to be, but in that hallway it felt real to me. From her sideways glance to her half-lost look, it all began with her name on my notebook. I still keep that old song tucked in a box beneath my bed, where young love still lives, never said. Her name on my notebook, faded and worn, pages torn where love was born. Didn't need a ring or a big bouquet, just 2 kids writing hearts in the hallway. And when life gets loud and I need to look, I go back to her name on my notebook. Where the willow leans low and wide, down to the place where the quiet hides. The water runs like it always has, washing away the questions I ask. Boots on stone, heart in hand, I kneel where no one else would stand, whispering words I can't unsay. Let the river take them far away. Creekside Confessions, carried downstream, secrets I buried too deep to be seen. Tears in the tide,
Truth in the bend, told to the water like talking to a friend. No judge, no echo, just current and sky. Creekside Confessions, I won't deny. That old oak knows the weight I bring, how pain can hum like a guitar string. I've said things here I've never said loud, like prayers to the water without a crowd. It knows the name I tried to forget, the wrong I did, the old regret. But the creek just flows and never tells, keeps my secrets in winding swells. Creekside Confessions, carried downstream, secrets I buried too deep to be seen. Tears in the tide, truth in the bend, told to the water like talking to a friend. No judge, no echo, just current and sky. Creekside Confessions, I won't deny. Some hearts heal in silence and stone, where no one hears. You're never alone. That moving grace, it don't reply, it just listens and lets it lie. Creekside Confessions, gone with the flow, left in the ripples. No one will know. Truth too heavy, shame too raw. I give it to the creek and leave it all, with no one but the moon drifting high. Creekside Confessions, where I cry. We share a bed, but not the dreams. Talk in silence, speak in seams. Your hand's right there, but it don't reach. We've built a wall too high to breach. The coffee brews, the morning star, like nothing's wrong, but we're worlds apart. We smile like actors on a stage. Turn the page, but feel the cage. We're close but far, like stars in the day, right beside each other, still drifting away. Like a song that's lost its tune, like the sun behind the moon. We're touching hands, but not the heart. We're close, but we're falling apart. I miss the talks, the midnight drives, the way your laugh lit up our lives. Now we pass like trains at night, moving fast but losing light. Maybe love don't end with slamming doors. Sometimes it fades, not roars. We're close but far, and I feel the chill in every kiss that don't mean what it will. We're standing still in separate storms, holding on but nothing's warm. We're sleeping next, but hearts apart. We're close, and that's the hardest